Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for November the 6th through November the 12th. This is a general reading, so if you would like a personal reading, you may contact me and that information will be in the description box below. Now, this is for your sun, moon, and rising. So if you want to, if you know your moon and rising, you can find links to the other videos below too and take a look at those so that you get a full picture of what's going on for you. Now, thank you for all the love last week. I really appreciate you guys, and please give me a thumbs up, comment and give me feedback. I always read the comments and I always respond, and share if you feel inspired, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Oh, also, please follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and those links will be below also. So anyway, without further ado, let's go to your cards. And Capricorn, you have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups signifies perhaps a new love for some of you. And what's really interesting is right underneath it is the Ace of Cups, which is also kind of a new love. So this seems to me like there's somebody dashing into you. This is quite interesting because on the 7th, Venus goes into Scorpio next to Jupiter, right? And the Sun. Now, Venus can represent obviously love, beauty, but it can also represent finances. But because of this, I feel that some of you really you're going to meet someone, or you're going to take it to it's going to go to a deeper level. If you're already dating somebody, this means that this is going to get more serious. And if you're already in a committed relationship or married, it can be renewal of those feelings, and it also can be, you know, it's like falling in love with your partner all over again, or getting a really deep, wonderful connection. And there's kind of, so the 7th, right, Venus moves into Scorpio, and then on the 13th it goes exact, well, that's one day after this, but this is kind of fluid, it can go that way. I'm seeing that it goes right next to Jupiter. It's conjunct with Jupiter in Scorpio with the Sun. This is pretty interesting. So that looks very optimistic. And then we have the 5 of Cups. Now, the 5 of Cups means that you're focusing on what you can't have instead of what you have already. So this is the kind of card that says, that's reminding you to look at your life as as your cup half full instead of half empty. So the thing is this is a very important time, because we're manifesting. You don't want to be in this, oh, I can't have this, and wanting something that you can't have, lamenting about it. It's a waste of energy. It's like, let that go and move on. Focus on, look, it's like crying over spilt milk, There's 2 cups there, and it's like she's focused on the 3 cups that have spilt. So it's really important to look at what you have. Yes, sometimes, look, we all get annoyed when we lose things, or we break things, or we can't have someone or something, and we don't have enough, whatever it is. It's not a nice feeling. But when you switch that feeling around and say, okay, look, I've got this, let me, it's focusing on the things that you have, seeing the blessings in every moment, the magic in every moment. It's definitely focusing on positivity as opposed to negativity. And it's interesting because right under that, right, we have the 9 of Swords. Now, the 9 of Swords is the drama queen card, right? She's been a drama queen, and that's the drama queen card. This is, honestly, this is about worrying about, you're worrying about something,
And it's almost like you're worrying about the past. So when I picked this, when the first time I looked at this card, the first thing that came to me, what came to me was the past is a dream, the future is fantasy, and right now is a gift. That's why we call it the present. That's exactly what I was thinking. So this is about, look, this is intellect. The swords are about your mind going nuts. It's like the worst, you're doing the worst case scenario. Oh no, what if, and poor me, and nobody understands, and what am I going to do, and I can't do. That's what this is. That's the energy of this. So what's really interesting, your signifying card for the underlying message of this reading is the Hermit. And the Hermit is about meditation, going inside. This is almost, you know, you can, look, it can be seeking out a spiritual teacher or, you know, a shaman, you know, a priest, a rabbi, whatever, you know, some kind of prophet, whatever your religion or your spirituality is. This is like getting a mentor in that. But for me, the Hermit is always about meditation. It's about connecting with your higher power, with the God of your understanding, with source energy. And so, you know, when you go inside, there's that infinite pool of love, harmony, and knowledge, right? And so when you go inside, you will find the answers to everything. And when you're inside, you're in peace and harmony, right? With peace, harmony, and love. And you're not going to be here. You know, you can quieten this mind by meditating. This is like the monkey brain. What they say in meditation, they call it the monkey brain, that constant. You know, we want to quieten that. You can't shut it up, really. It's in the background, but it's whether it's taking over. So when I get this, I always think of that. The lunatics have taken over the asylum. Oh my God, I gotta stop that. I do entertain myself. So that's the monkey brain. You know, when we identify ourselves as our brain, how we think, that's like lunacy, right? Because really, we are not our brain. We need to quieten the chatter down so that we can, when we connect our mind with our heart, we can make a really intelligent decision on everything. It's complete knowledge, right? And the only way to do that is to stop the chatter and let that fade into the background. It's never going to go. It's going to always be there, but let it fade into the background so you're not hearing it and you're not listening to it all the time. And you can really allow the knowledge to, you know, get those downloads. You know, when you meditate, you're getting downloads. It's like you're getting downloads from the ethereal plane, from the higher realms, from the other dimensions. So then we have the Two of Pentacles, right? And the Two of Pentacles, this is really interesting because look, he's juggling, and he's juggling, but this is like the infinity sign, right? Like that. This to me is like, you obviously got a lot going on, right? Capricorn, you've got a lot going on. Oh, excuse me. So this is saying, you know, you've got to balance it. This is saying focus. That's what I'm getting with this. The word I'm getting is focus. Focus on and being in the moment. Listen, when you're in the moment, you are focused and you're completely engaged in the present moment. So this is saying you must focus and be in the moment fully. Because when you're in the moment and you're completely engaged, you're not going to drop the ball. Right? You're not going to drop the ball because you are so focused. So that's what I'm getting with this. And right underneath that, right, is the Ace of Swords. So I'm getting this feeling that you're going to get this incredible, brilliant idea. It's almost like a gift, right? And
You know, this is the intellect again. It's the swords, the Ace of Swords, and it's the beginning of something. So I have a feeling that it's a beginning of a brilliant idea. So I feel that, look, when you quieten your mind, you can be creative and you can get this brilliant idea. So just listen, take the time, just a little, 3 deep breaths. That's it. 3 deep breaths will take you into an altered state and will calm you, relax you, and bring you into a place of peace. And leave room for this brilliant idea to come in. Look at that. That's a brilliant idea that you can, this is an idea that comes to you. It's like an inspiration. Inspirations come to you when you meditate. And this is an inspiration that you can act on. You know, that's something that you can actually, sometimes this is like an opportunity that comes to you and it feels sometimes that it's hard, that it doesn't kind of flow so easy. But the Ace of Swords is a wonderful opportunity. And when this comes up, it's saying, don't give up. You know, listen, sometimes we have little roadblocks, right? This is going to eliminate those roadblocks. Even though you kind of see the roadblocks, it's just saying, okay, go around this way. You know, don't go that way. You know, there's a block up ahead. So you've got a little mini block. Just do a little detour. It's asking you to think outside the box. It's going to give you the gift to be able to think outside the box and to be able to avoid those blocks. This is like the sword that just cuts all the blocks away. You know, like when you're in the jungle and you have those machetes. That's it. It is. It's a hard. It feels like a hard road because you're just blocking those, knocking those blocks over. They're there, but you're going through them. So it feels arduous sometimes. It feels a little hard, but it's well worth it, and it's a brilliant opportunity. So this is like the remover of blocks. So Capricorn, thank you so much for tuning in. I love you all, and I'll see you next week. For a personal reading, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.